Hello, and welcome to Rise and Unwind. I'm Chris Maloney. Each week, we connect with people across the country to share ideas, inspiration, and simple ways you can enjoy life right in your own neighborhood. On this week's show, we've got that and plenty more.
Many times AI gives you the incorrect answer, and so you want to focus on understanding, is this answer correct? How can I cross-check this answer?
Well, I think that moment of the original Duck Dynasty is still happening for our family.
So sit back, relax, and let's rise and unwind.
You ever wish you could see what the future of our planet might look like and meet the people building it right now? Season 2 of the Visioneers with Zay Harding takes us on that journey from remote landscapes to busy cities, showing how inventors, scientists, and everyday problem solvers are tackling today's biggest environmental challenges. So joining me today are Zay Harding and series executive producer Thais Lopez Vogel from Volo Foundation. I want to welcome you two to the show. How are you guys?
Thanks. Yeah, we're doing great. I like that intro. That's great. Like seeing into the future. All of these people that we feature actually have that vision. They're able to somehow see this happening just from an idea. So we jump in right as they're making it happen, which is really exciting.
And season 2, it's about to launch. What should viewers expect this time around?
More of the same, but further. We're taking things further. So a lot more initiatives. We're traveling around the U.S. currently. Still, we're still hitting up some incredible. We're looking right now at the first ever electric tugboat. They're taking all the technology from our electric cars and they're able to do stuff they've never been able to do before. Because all that money and research has been invested in electric cars, now they're able to put it on boats and they're quiet, they're better for the environment, they're not leaking anything. This is a hybrid plane over here. So you've got half electric, half fuel. This is Ed Begley. He's got his home, completely sustainable. Those guys are in Keep Tahoe Blue in Lake Tahoe. They've got a B-bot, a beach robot that roams around 54 miles cleaning up. This is a kid who does a recycled battery program. This guy has an electric stove. I mean, there's all kinds of, we cover all the bases in every which way. This is a girl taking fish scales and turning them into plastic. There's
we're not going to tell you everything that's in season 2. You have to watch the
show. But there's a sneak peek.
I guess out of all of the stories that you guys filmed, was there one that has really stuck with you personally?
Yes. I mean, all of them are. The seashells one really hits me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you one that was really, really amazing. In Louisiana, there's a recycle place that's taking the glass and they're just pulverizing it into sand-sized glass. And they're taking that and they're filling up, they're building little islands within all the bayous because those have been really messed up from the salt water getting into the fresh water and it's killing all the cypress, which was giving the foundation for the islands there. And they're able to use this glass to create a sand and rebuild these islands, and plants are growing in them. So it's really making the area stronger for storm surges, flooding, and what a great way to keep the glass off landfills as well.
I love the ones that include the kids. I remember in season 1 there was a kid that was 12 years old that with a drone, one of his toys, he can detect the tornado coming into his town from 45 minutes before. So the kids are very engaged too in this show.
We do feature a lot of kids, which is exciting because they don't know the limits yet, which is really empowering because basically they say, why aren't we doing this? And someone says, well, because of this, and he says, well, then let's make it happen. We need it, so why aren't we making it happen? I mean, as a kid, you're taught that.
Yes,
and so they've got that great fresh mentality, and they're really pushing boundaries. This one kid was using sunlight and figured out if he mixes in titanium chloride, which I don't even know how he figured that out, just online research, which they're all doing. He's able to capture microplastics, which is a real issue. We're all eating microplastics.
We're inhaling microplastics,
they're
eating credit cards.
Yeah, there's a credit card size of plastic in each of us on average in our brain right now because of all the microplastics. And he's figured out how to capture that in water and then get rid of it. So there's all kinds of these initiatives that you can expect in season 2.
And one of the big themes here is inspiring people to take action. How do you hope the show motivates viewers to get involved?
Well, I think not only they're showing you, they're connecting the real solutions in real time with a hopeful, actionable results, and everybody can do it. So I think not only is an entertainer, the entertainer is very entertaining, it's a very upbeat show, and it can engage all the family, not only the kids and the adults. And it tells you don't have to be a scientist or an engineer, you just have to care enough. It's only when we care about our future that we invest in it.
It is real people, and that's a really good point. It's not anybody preaching, any companies doing anything. It's just people trying stuff that they're finding that are working. And so we're featuring that to hopefully inspire not just the viewers, but other people who are doing this so they can collaborate and start taking things further. We were just in Florida, and this guy's doing a sea hive, which is like a beehive design, which is so clever because they don't need anything to hold it together but weight. And they're using sustainable concrete, these designs that are hollow for fish to swim through. They've got holes in them to dissipate water and wave energy, and they put these right up at the bays, so it's protecting them from storm surges and flooding.
They plant the mangroves on top of it.
Yeah, it's creating ecosystems within. If it's not there, they're creating it, which is incredible. And they're teaming up with someone from season 1 who was doing sustainable seawalls, and they're working together now with 3D printing of this stuff. So it's really exciting to see
the connection, and the collaboration.
That's completely coming out of our show.
And you guys shine a light on innovators who may not always get that mainstream attention. Why is that so important right now?
I think that when you highlight innovators, not only they can partner, they get partnerships, they get funding, they get policy, they can get more research, the research can advance. And not only that, for you as a kid especially, being highlighted in a program like this, I mean, it gives you all the hope that what you're doing is gonna get you somewhere in the future.
And if somebody wants to learn more about the show or the work that Volo Foundation is doing, where is the best place to start?
At any platform. We have volofoundation.org. We have Visioneers TV. You can Google any of these platforms, and you'll find us there.
Yeah, and then watch the show on Saturday mornings on CBS. There's CBS.com and also Pluto TV.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you
Dan.
very much.
Reality TV families come and go, but the Robertsons somehow turned beards, duck calls, and family chaos into a cultural phenomenon. Now they're back with Duck Dynasty, The Revival, following Willie and Korie Robertson as the family grows. The kids start their own lives, and the Duck Commander legacy just keeps evolving. The new season even opens with a tribute to Phil Robertson, while the rest of the clan brings plenty of the humor that fans remember. Joining us now are Willie and Korie Robertson. Great to see you both. It's great to see the Robertson family back on TV. What made this the right time to bring everyone together again?
Well, we kind of looked up and all of our kids were back. After the show ended in 2017, we had a really busy run, so we were ready to take a little break. And then all our kids scattered and went off to college and got married and all the things. And we looked up one day and all of our kids were here back home. We all live right there together on this little family compound, and our kids all work with us in some capacity up at Duck Commander within the warehouse. And so thought it'd be fun to kind of give the fans a little update into our life and where we are now.
When people first met your family, the kids were a lot younger. Now they're married, raising families, and starting businesses. What's it like watching the next generation step into the legacy?
Oh, man, it's been a blast. Yeah, for sure. We had... I think the main test was, do you want to be back on television? Because our kids had been on it, and so when they decided they would, we knew we didn't ruin them too bad. Well, watch them grow up, and our cast members have gotten way bigger because we have a lot more little kids and also all their spouses. And so, yeah, it's been fun watching kind of what they're going to do in life. And fortunately for us, they all ended up back here in Louisiana, and yeah, it's just been a joy. And then a lot of them have drifted to the office, and so yeah, it's kind of it's made for the next generation to see who's going to take it on. And you know, I didn't take over Duck Commander until I was 30. Grew up in the business, never saw myself working here when I was 30, that's when Korie and I came back and actually started working full time for the company. So they're right about the age to where we were, and we're going to see who's next potentially to jump into the business.
Duck Commander has always been at the center of the show. How has the business changed as the next generation gets involved?
Well, we're still right here in our Duck Commander warehouse. We're still making duck calls right here in West Monroe, Louisiana. But now the family business has expanded quite a bit. Sadie's Live Original, her whole women's ministry is there. John Luke's into coffee. Bella's actually running our store and our museum. Will and Abby are back. Spoiler alert, Will and Abby made back this season. So everybody's right there, but everyone is doing different things.
The premiere includes a tribute to Phil Robertson. What did that mean to honor him in that way?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because the week that the actual new series started, season 1, was the week that Phil actually passed away. And so it was literally a passing of the torch from Phil and that generation down to the next. And so we just thought it'd be awesome to start out season 2 honoring him. And we see some great parts of the show on there. I mean, it's like tons of real moments, and then also we had to kind of make it Robertson, and we had some tributes to Phil, some competitions like we like to do. Just a fun way to remember him, not only for us as a family as we go through the process of healing after he's passed on, but also for all the fans who's watched him for years and have really fallen in love with Phil and what he says, and to see him start off this show. It really was a tribute to the whole effort of even doing it. I mean, like Korie says, when we did that episode, it just felt like this is why we needed to come back and do the show.
Yeah, it was really special. The most special part to me was having Miss Kay on there. We actually got to sit down with an interview for her, and she got to just reminisce about Phil and what his life meant to her. So it was really, really special. I was nervous for her, but she did so good, and I know that we'll all be glad, our family will be glad to have that moment and that legacy captured.
There's also a sweet moment with Sadie welcoming her baby girl. What's it been like watching the family grow with all these new grandkids?
Yes, you get to see. It was really full circle season because it does start off with the passing of Phil and ends with new life being born. So there was a real passing of the torch in this season. Sadie actually found out she was pregnant the week we started filming season 1. Yeah. And then Kit comes into the world at the end of season 2. So you just get a lot of real life moments. I think whenever we all sit down as a family to say, like, what do we want this show to be? One of the words that all the kids said was authentic. We wanted to bring people into our lives a little bit, let them see things that we're really going through, the good and the bad, and the fun. There's a lot of fun, and we laugh a lot, but that's kind of what it's all about. It's life.
And actually, since we've gotten through filming, we have had twins now. John Luke and Mary Kate have had twins, which is our 10th and 11th grandchild. So grandchildren. So Korie's getting old. Korie's getting old.
And your family has always mixed humor with deeper conversations about faith and life. Why do you think that resonates with so many viewers?
Yeah, I think, I think our take in life is always tried to be not take ourselves too seriously. And so when you get thrust into the spotlight and the fame, I think you really kind of find out who you are and what you want to be and what you want to promote. And I think it all for us came back to what our core was, which was faith, which is why we even did the show in the first place. Was really just to potentially get the gospel out to more people, to have a bigger platform. And so I remember talking to Phil about that, and Phil was not interested in doing the show at all when we first pitched it to him. And we talked through how it could actually get the gospel out to more people. And we certainly saw that happen, not just through the show and through having a positive show that everybody can watch, but also through the books that have been written, the podcasts that have been done, the movies that have been made, all the things that we felt strongly about to put out there, that we had a passion for. And when you mix that with fun and humor, I think it's just a great combination, because everything is so serious now, and the world's serious and it's tough, and there's problems and politically, and everybody is at each other's throats. And so I think Duck Dynasty was a great show for people to sit down and watch and just kind of take a break and go, let me just smile and laugh and think about more positive things.
When people watch this new season, what do you hope they take away from the Robertson family today?
You know, I think we want people to just see real life and see that, you know, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we do all come together at the end of the day, you know, around the table. I think that moment of the original Duck Dynasty is still happening for our family. And so it's in this season as well, that moment where we come around the table together. We thank God for what we have. We thank God for our blessings, and we forgive whatever grievances we might have or whatever fights we might have throughout that episode or that week. But I just think that's really important. I think that's what resonated with people the first time around, to see a family that isn't perfect, but that loves each other, and to see people who put faith at the center of our lives. And that's who we are. It's what we do. It's what we've continued to do. And we hope that resonates with people.
Yeah, and I hope that they see how important our family is to us, and how much we intentionally pour into our family to keep us together, to share meals together, to share in each other's joys and bursts, but also the struggles, and you know, when you're down. And so that's the importance of family, and that's why we made the show, is actually for other families as well, so that they can have another time to get together, spark a conversation, and just really promote family. And so our family has always stayed together through it all, and so it's so important and vital. And I think this show would help, hopefully help families get a little smile, but also remember how important family actually is.
I want to thank you two for joining me today. You can catch Duck Dynasty, the revival, on A&E, with new episodes airing Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's also streaming on the A&E app and at ANETV.com. Willie, Korie, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Artificial intelligence is rapidly reshaping the modern workplace, and employers are already looking for new skills from the next generation of workers. Many students today are learning how to use these tools while they're still in school. Joining us now from Atlanta are Scarlett Howry, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at DeVry University, and Dr. Milton Maddox, CEO of the United States Artificial Intelligence Institute and a DeVry alumnus. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Maddox, as AI continues to evolve, what kinds of skills do you believe future employees will need that people are just beginning to understand today?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Many times, employees think that they should just focus on the AI tool itself. And they think that if they learn as much as they can about AI tools, which is a good thing, that would be all that they need. But the employers are looking for more of a balance. They want you to know the AI tools, but they also want you to have doable skills. Those doable skills include things like understanding the purpose of the organization, understanding the objectives and the goals, and then you go look for the AI tool that'll help you achieve those things. So if you have that balance, then you're really doing well. The third thing that you really want to make sure you do and learn is that AI is continuing to progress at an amazing speed. Now, it seems like every day there's something new coming out with AI. And so you really want to focus on lifelong learning, making sure you're continuing to learn your craft, especially as it relates to AI, and especially as it relates to your field, and just continue working on it and upskilling, and you'll do just fine in this new AI era.
Scarlett, DeVry has been working to integrate AI across its curriculum. How does that kind of approach help prepare students for the real world?
Yeah, so DeVry is committed to integrating AI into 100% of our courses by the end of 2026 to ensure learners have access to the skills they need for the AI jobs of today and of the future. We do that by integrating this into the classroom. Through projects, discussions, assignments, learners get to interact with the AI tools and begin to critically think and problem solve on how to utilize those tools. We've also at DeVry created what we call our DeVry AI Catalyst courses, which are foundational courses for every learner. So they get the basic skills in AI, and then they can choose to stack additional AI courses on top of that, so that they can build their own fluency and become even more confident using AI within their current roles or within their career. Finally, we know that not all learners are graduating or wanting to get a degree. They may already have a degree, but they want to upskill and reskill. And for that, we've developed the DeVry Pro platform, which are short-form classes for learners who want to gain those AI skills that they can use immediately on the job.
Dr. Maddox, we often hear the phrase AI literacy. How would you define that, and why is it becoming so important for graduates entering today's workforce?
Yeah, absolutely. When people talk about AI literacy, many times they focus on the buzzwords only, like, ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, but we need to go just a slightly deeper than that. The first thing is that you want to take a look at functional AI skills and going in and working with the AI. How do you get started? Just go work with any AI that's out there, and especially the free ones. You can get started there and just start working with it, and ask it, how can I learn more about you, AI? And then AI will work with you to give you that information. Then you'll start a dialogue and you're going back and forth, and that'll be the beginning of that journey. The next stage is that you want to focus on critical judgment. Many times AI gives you the incorrect answer, and so you want to focus on understanding, is this answer correct? How can I cross-check this answer? How do I do cross-referencing? You're actually keeping yourself in the loop, the human, and you're making sure that the answers that you're receiving are the correct answers. Then the third piece, which is also really important, is that you're making sure that the information that you're getting is safe, is ethical, and is bias-free. Many people think that AI is supposed to take care of that for them, but it's up to us to make sure that these things are ethically correct, that bias-free, and that they're safe, and we're protecting our information and our corporations' information.
Scarlett, do you see early exposure to STEM programs as an important step in helping students build these skills earlier in their education?
Well, the short answer is absolutely yes. DeVry has been offering a tech-forward education for 95 years, ensuring that learners from all backgrounds have access to a tech-infused education. Programs like our DeVry Advantage Academy is a great example of that. We're so proud of having a dual enrollment program where juniors and seniors in high school not only earn their high school diploma, but they also earn a college degree, an associate or certificate. We also have Her World, which is a STEM initiative or STEM program for girls who are in grades 5 through 8. They get exposed to careers in STEM through hands-on fun activities, building drones, access to AI usage. All of those help them to begin to see themselves in careers in STEM and get confident about potentially choosing that pathway for themselves once they come out of school as well.
That is so awesome. Finally, where can our viewers go if they'd like to learn more?
Yeah, for more information, visit us at devry.edu.
Thank you so much, both of you, for being here today.
Thank you.
What are people really doing with their tax refunds this year? For a lot of households, it's less about splurging and more about catching up. A new national survey shows many Americans are using that refund to pay down debt or cover everyday essentials like rents, utilities, maybe even transportation. Lifestyle expert Vivian Fabiola is joining us with a closer look at what the data reveals. In some ways, people can use tax season to regain just a little bit of financial control. Welcome to the show, Vivian. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Dan. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No worries. Your survey shows a lot of people are putting tax refunds towards debt or like basic expenses. Why are so many households prioritizing those needs right now?
Yes, like you mentioned, more than half of American families are actually saying that managing money has been a little bit stressful. 63% are saying that it's been more stressful than last year. And I think we can all agree, right? There's rising costs across the board. So we're all kind of trying to deal with these rising costs. And I think tax season is a great opportunity to set us up for a rest of the 2026 year and making smart decisions with our money.
And tax season can feel, stressful, like you said, but you say it could also be an opportunity. How can people use the refund to kind of reset their finances?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity to regain financial control, right? So 1/3 of adults are actually saying that they're going to use their tax refund to pay off debt. And a lot of people are really, like you mentioned, evaluating their expenses and trying to budget their money a little bit better. And that's by basically evaluating what are the essentials and what are the leisure items or things we want to do, right? So one of the companies that are offering great deals for prepaying is Metro by T-Mobile. They just rolled out their new multi-month plan. When you pay 6 months in advance, they're giving you 50% off of your mobile bill. So that's literally $20 a month that you're going to be paying for unlimited 5G calls, text, and you're going to be on America's best network. So I think this is a great opportunity to get ahead of the game. And if you pay 6 months up front, right, you're going to have one less bill to worry about. So I think it's a great thing that you can do.
And one thing that stood out in the survey is how important predictable money costs have become. Why are people looking for that kind of consistency right now?
Yeah, I think consistency is key. It sets, confidence that we're only going to be paying a certain amount. And like example, right, we always get our electricity bill or our gas bill, and you really never know how much you're going to pay. It fluctuates. They always hit you with surprise fees or taxes. Well, with something like the multi-month plan with Metro by T-Mobile, you know exactly how much you're going to pay. And I think it really helps you budget a little bit better, because now you're going to say, okay, I'm allocating this exact amount. It's not going to be anything less, nothing more. And it gives you the opportunity to spend any extra cash on other things.
And if somebody is getting a tax refund this year, what are some smart ways they can use that money to ease financial stress?
Yeah, I think number one is just reevaluate what are your debt. What's your debt, right? Do I want to pay off the debt in full? Do I want to maybe pay 50% of my debt? And then what do I want to do with the rest of the money? Whether that's, like you said, getting ahead, paying your rent, paying your mortgage. In this case, paying your phone bill for 6 months up front. But that's also going to give you 6 months of stress-free when you are prepaying for your mobile plan. So I think it's just a good opportunity to get ahead of the game. Even though we're 3 months into the year, I still think we're early into 2026. So we still have the opportunity to take control of our finances and our budget.
Even people who say they follow a budget are saying expenses feel harder to manage this year. What's driving that feeling?
Well, I think, with rising costs all across the board, I think every time we go to the grocery store, we're paying more. So absolutely everything is going up, and we just have to find a way where we can budget what we're spending our money on. And like you mentioned, predictable billing is one way to just give us peace of mind that we don't need to worry about paying anything extra. At least we can budget that way, where it's like, okay, I'm allocating this money, and if I do pay in advance, I'm actually saving money. So I think just taking advantage of all the little perks that different companies offer is a great way to use your tax refund this year.
So when you look at the survey overall, what does it reveal about how consumers are thinking about their tax refunds in 2026?
Yeah, so basically 1/3 mentioned that they're going to use it to pay off debt. And like you mentioned, more than half say that managing money is stressful this year, more so than last year. And of course, we can all agree it's just because of the rising costs.
And for viewers who want to learn more about the survey, maybe get some additional tips, where should they be going?
Yeah, so if you're interested, you can head to metrobytmobile.com. You can also visit a store. And I do want to point out that you can bring your phone number or get a new one. And there's, like I said, no activation fees, no taxes, no additional fees, and there's no credit checks.
Vivian, Fabiola, I want to thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope these tips help.
That's it for Rise and Unwind. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more about the show, visit our website at riseunwindtv.com. And for behind-the-scene moments and celebrity interviews, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Rise Unwind. You can also find our full episodes on YouTube under the same name, at Rise Unwind. Until next week, I'm Chris Maloney. Thanks for spending a little time with us on Rise and Unwind.